Okay, this is a video that I actually made for Facebook. I've got a birthday coming up. I'm uploading it to YouTube as a proof of life video, right? Like when somebody gets kidnapped, and they send them a newspaper holding it up. The last two videos I've uploaded to YouTube, two different people have said, hey, we wish you could upload more often so we know you're alive, right? Because I've had a heart attack, I've had a couple of strokes, and anyway, I just want to let people know, yep, I'm still around. Got a birthday coming up. If I can live another 6 days, I'll be 74. So this is a video that I actually made for Facebook and just to share with friends. Kind of a funny thing, a really bizarre birthday coincidence thing. If I were you, I would probably skip this video and go watch, bears swimming in suburban swimming pools or cat videos or whatever. But yep, I'm still here. No weirdness recently with the UFO stuff, but here's my video I made for Facebook, and hope this finds you well wherever you're at. Okay, so I'm looking pretty old today because I'm going to be 74 in a couple of days. I may upload this on my birthday or never upload it. I'm just going to make this because I want to memorialize this weird little event that happened. Everybody knows I'm into odd stuff and like UFOs and that kind of. There's a long story behind that. But anyway, this is not about UFOs. This is what I call my fabulous birthday coincidence, which was just a weird thing that happened that I find every time my birthday comes up, I think of this little episode, and I'm going to talk about it for no reason. And I look old because I'm old. By the way, I just want to mention, Linda got really mad at me for not taking the trash out, and she hit me in the nose with a broom handle. Not really. Not really. I wear a CPAP mask, and I got it really too tight for about the last week, and I got a big sore on my nose. I'm really an attractive guy at this point. I wear compression stockings, and I got a CPAP scar on my nose. It's great being old. It's wonderful. So, set the Wayback Machine to 1972. It was 1972. I was a musician. I was a keyboard player. I played the home organ first, which tells you how old I am. They've been out of vogue since about 1978. But I got a call to play a gig at the Durant Hotel. A booking agent called me. His name was Fred Buchanan. And he said, I've got a gig for a month, 3 nights a week at the Durant Hotel. They want a trio. And he said, I'd like to know if you'd like to do it with a drummer and a saxophone player. And he said he had the other guys, right? I didn't know them. I'd never met them. The sax player's name was Andy Drellis, and I don't remember the name of the drummer. So anyway, we did this job. So we play this gig. I'm playing organ and electric piano and bass pedals, and one evening on a break, Andy Drellis, the sax player, goes and sits at a table and gets a drink, and I go and sit with him, right? And I get a drink. We're just sitting there, and a friend of his stops in by the name of Dave Kozel. And I had never met Dave. I'd heard of him. He was also a keyboard player, and he also played trombone, which is kind of cool. He had rigged up a thing. I'd seen him play where he built this thing so he could play trombone while he played keyboards. Very, very talented guy. And we were introduced then, and the three of us sat at this table and had a drink. Anyway, at some point, these guys start talking about the fact that they both have just had birthdays, which is cool because I just had one, right? Not too long before that. And I said, wow, I just had one too. Mine was February 10th. And they both looked at me kind of like, what? And they looked at each other and they were like, come on, man. And I said, what do you mean? And they said, well, our birthdays are both on February the 10th, right? And I said, what? And they were like, yeah, it was a weird moment in time. I was like, they made me pull out my driver's license to show them. So there's the three of us sitting there, different years, but we're all born on February the 10th. I mean, I'm thinking this is a statistically bizarre kind of scenario, I think. I mean, I'm a dumb guy, and I was even bad in algebra, but I think maybe this is kind of an anomalous thing in terms of, a statistical thing. So now it's 2026, and we have the benefit, I guess, of AI. Depends on how you look at things. So I went to Claude AI, and I said, hey, is this a weird thing? Because it sure felt weird, right? And it actually gave me 2 different figures, both of which were pretty strange. It said it was weird, and it said that the chances of 3 people sitting at a table Yet three random people sitting at a table anywhere and having the same birthdays was something like 1 in 134,000. Basically, don't expect this to happen again, in your life. This is not going to happen. But it added what it called conditional probabilities, having to do with the chances of my sitting with Andy, his buddy coming in that night, the conversation even coming up. And it said if you factor in that stuff, the chances were 1 in 2.5 billion. And it gave some examples of what was more likely to happen than this. One of my favorite examples was it said if you lived this exact same scenario every single day of your life, it would take approximately 7 million years for it to happen again. So, yeah, that ain't gonna happen again. I can't believe I'm almost 74. I know this is a great disappointment to a couple of my ex-wives. There were a few people that were, they've been sticking pins in voodoo dolls for a long time. But anyway, I just thought that was a crazy thing and a fun thing. Life is short. Well, 74 years anyway. Not too bad. But I just thought it was wild and kind of fun and interesting.